Hey lovey, so if you guys are Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, this is going to be your reading to look into what's going on for between you and your person right now. We're going to check into their thoughts, feelings, intentions, and next actions, and then we're going to get some messages at the end. I have these cards already drawn just to represent like your energy and your person's energy, and this is the general energy going on between you right now. And we're just going to dive into that first and then do all the other stuff I mentioned. So if you feel like this reading isn't resonating for you, I have an Aquarius playlist if you want to check that. And just like if one of the other headlines like jumps out at you, feel free to check that. Might just be on a different timeline or something. I also shuffled a song for you, and it was I Fall to Pieces by Patsy Cline. And with this ash card being at the center of the reading, the main card here, I feel like there was a definite ending here. Even this card talks about how like the ash is a very definitive like ending sort of a thing. So like if you're not separation from your person, there wasn't some big ending, like this may not be your pile, because I'm really getting that strongly. And even said that like the energy of the ash, like I feel like no contact. This is probably a no contact, like breakup, something like just ending, we don't talk anymore kind of a thing. Like I was saying, if that's not resonating, please check my other readings, my other Aquarius readings, or just another reader. But it was saying how like the energy of this card, like it says like imagine ash like on every other card, kind of like darkening up those cards, like I don't know, like, you know, something like influencing like the meaning of the card to kind of do a little bit, make it a little bit darker kind of a thing. So I don't know, I'm gonna start here with your person. I feel like your person's going through a rough time over here. This is your side, this is your person's side. This frog energy, I'm getting that. And I'm also, but the first thing I noticed when I pulled these two animal cards is like you have like a laser like focus on your person here, and they're like turned the complete opposite way. I feel like, not like in a mean way, but I feel like they're going through it like with this rain. Like the song that came into my head was, oh my God, Keep Your Head Up by Tupac. The part where he's like, I try to keep my head up, feels like it just keeps getting wetter. Like something about, oh, they say that when it rains, it pours. They've got money for war, but they can't feed the poor, or something like that. I forget how it goes, but then it's like something about like, I try to keep my head up, but it feels like it just keeps getting wetter. Like I forget the exact way he says it, but I feel like that's your person. Okay, so this is obstacles to overcome, differences by Genuine. I feel like what I'm getting from this is that your person maybe had some sort of like good luck, but now it's like, okay, you see how they're standing and like the white is like the energy around them, but like this darkness is still like kind of like raining on them. I feel like they maybe had some sort of stroke of good luck with the surrender to the divine, the full moon energy, because that's like a positive card of like wishes coming true and like dreams coming true, things like that. So maybe like they had some sort of like wish come true, or they got something that they wanted. I would even say financial, because something to do with their finances, because this differences card, like just in that card, the part that always sticks out to me, it's about how like my whole life has changed. It's like you turned me into a man, I'm so responsible, like something like that. So it's like I feel like they maybe got some sort of like level up in their career, came into some money, like, you know, got into like a program at school that they wanted. Something happened that they were like kind of striving for or hoping for like a long time, and it's almost like they thought like once they got this thing, like it would make like the rest of their like emotional, I'm saying that because it's a frog, it's a water energy, but like it would make like their emotional problems disappear or something like that. Like I feel like they are somebody that could have been stuck in a funk for a while, maybe like really in a rut or something like that, because this card talks about how like the frog is like one with the water. It spends like most of its life in the water, and then it finally goes out on dry land or something. That part stuck out to me the most. And I feel like what that's saying is that your person is sort of like stuck in an emotional energy for like a while. And I feel like they are trying to clean up their life, because that's what this card talks about. It's like a card of clearing and cleansing things out. Even the full moon, it's like a climax or release. So it's like, I feel like it's like almost like they thought it would be easier once something good happened that they were hoping for. whatever that was. It's like, but it's like almost like, it's like the landscape changed, but like they're still the same, like, or something like that. You know what I mean? Something like that. Even differences. It's like they're in a different, like, landscape, a different situation, a different something. But it's like they're realizing like you can't run. Like, I think they're trying to keep a positive attitude or whatever. So it's like, again, if you guys aren't talking or anything, it's like I really do think they have like bigger fish to fry right now. Like, it's just not bigger, like you're not important, but just like they're going through it. Like, I can tell that this is like a heavier energy over here. And I feel like you're feeling that they don't want to talk to you or whatever. And I feel like you maybe don't feel that way at all. I feel like you're like riveted, your attention's riveted on them. I feel you pushing me away. Like, I feel like you don't really like that. But I also feel like you're in more of like, you're in like two different places. Whereas like you see, like I'm almost imagining this black energy like coming down, and then it's gonna eventually be way up here. That's like where you're at. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like you're almost like, maybe you're like more ahead of them in a financial way or something like that, because you got a new moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. It's like a very positive omen, a positive card. So I feel like at least in that respect, you're in good shape, or something like that, or you're just like sort of like ahead of the game than your person. Like I was saying, like if they're just gone to like a new school program, like you already graduated and are in like the second year of your job after college, like, you know what I mean? Something like that, where you're just like on, like they're here and you're here. Maybe if it's something to do with like, I don't know, maybe like you have no debt and you have really good credit, but they have like so much debt they have to like, you know, get rid of. And it's like they got a new job, but it's like something like it's like taking longer than they thought. Like they thought everything would be so easy once like something happened here, and they're realizing that there's a lot more work involved and there's a lot more strength involved. I feel like this frog is very determined though. It says obstacles to overcome. I'm getting like a fixed, determined energy here, and they want to change and things like that, but it's just like, I don't think they have the energy. They're barely got squeaking by here, like in a sense. Like I feel like things are really getting to them, and I feel like they don't want people to know that things are getting to them. They're trying to like stay strong here and keep their grip on like reality and keep their grip on life here. And I feel like it's a lot of change for them, but it's kind of like affecting them. It's like I said, like they thought it would like something outer would like solve all their problems, but it's like there's still like issues to deal with or something like that. And with you here, like the, you know how we were saying like the ash is kind of going and like kind of filtering on all like through like the cards and giving them like a new meaning, or like I don't know, it's like changing the meaning of them to be a little bit darker. And like this is a very positive card, new moon in Taurus, but it's almost like you're facing away from your good fortune, like staring at the ash, like, you know what I mean? So it's like I feel like you're very focused on your person right now, like maybe a little too much. And I feel like even something I'm seeing here, because you got the card the mice, which says discord among friends or family. I feel like maybe even like your friends or family are like, whoa, like pump the brakes here, like you gotta like calm down. You're like putting too much attention on this, like even if they're not saying that, like maybe it's just like you won't even talk about it with people anymore. Maybe you're pushing away your friends and family a little bit because you feel like they just don't understand like why you're so upset, or they don't understand why you love this person so much. But the crow energy does talk about being very perceptive and almost like intuitive, and it talks about like crow energy being like almost dangerous in a way, because like it's like you have to have a very clear mind to be able to handle it. And they say the crow sees in threes, like past, present, and the future, like simultaneously. But if you're kind of like not in a clear head about it, and again, like with all this ash on you, like I don't think that you are seeing clearly. I'm imagining the ash on like the card now on the crow's eyes, like where it's like it's kind of like distorting your vision. And maybe you're having a tough time discerning. Maybe you see that you and this person are like meant to be together or something, but it's almost like you think it should be now. Like you're seeing almost like an energy that is like the potential in your future, but like you're seeing it as like it should be happening now, and like you're not able to like shift your focus from it. I feel like you're very stuck in an energy of like kind maybe obsessing about this person or something like that. And I feel like it could be affecting your other relationships in the sense, especially if the people in your life aren't really approving of this relationship. I feel like you have this powerful feeling of like, this is right. So you maybe even are like maybe fighting with them. Like it says discord. So this isn't like a harmonious thing with your friends and family. This is like, I feel like there could be some like words being thrown around where, and it's like maybe like, and it's not to say that you're not right and what you're feeling and what you're seeing about like you and this person, but and it's not to say that they're right or wrong either, but again, they're not you, they're not seeing what you're seeing, so they don't understand it. But at the same time, like maybe you're not seeing that, like, yes, like the thing, whatever you're picking up on is correct, but it could just be like that you're not in alignment. And I feel like it's highlighting that you're not in alignment by the 2 moon phases that you got, a new moon in Taurus and then a full moon. So like a new moon and a full moon, like, and then it's also showing your 2 animals, they're facing away, you're facing towards them. It's almost like a runner chaser dynamic, like literally here. And then also, oh, like the the coloring on the card, sorry, like the white here and the black here, the black here and the white here. It's like you're almost like in opposite places. And I feel like your person really needs this time to sort of figure things out for themselves right now. And I feel like that's really hard for you to like sort of like let go. I feel like I'm seeing this little ball, this color. I'm just seeing like that this person is like your whole world in a way, and that like you have a very tight grip on it in an energetic way. Like, and I feel like it's in your thoughts a lot and sort of like distorting your vision for your life as a whole. Like you're only like seeing this connection. If this connection is going bad, that means your whole life is going bad, kind of a thing. And it may not be that extreme. And I'm not saying this in a way like, oh, you should like get it together. Like, come on. Like, I would never say that, but like, I get it. But like, I feel like almost, if you could like come up with some strategies, if you feel like you're, you know, kind of like obsessing about them too much, that could be very helpful to you. Like some sort of like strategy for like, distracting yourself from this connection. Just maybe with the Taurus energy. Oh, something it said in here was something about getting a massage. So like getting more into your body, you know, like kind of like giving your brain a break. Like the examples and the advice I always give for this is like, you know, start like cleaning up and organizing things, start exercising, of course, they get into your body, reading. I mean, some people are like, I hate to read, but reading, like, it doesn't have to be like, you know, something. I mean, if you're someone who likes to like learn about new things, yeah, like read something that's like, you know, more like that, like, oh, like learn about money, learn about whatever, like a new interest that you have. But or just like read something like a new thriller, like a mystery, like something that's just going to be sort of like easy to read. If you like romance, is like a Danielle Steele, like just something corny, like who cares, just something entertaining. Twilight, like, you know, like that's like a good easy read, like the story's entertaining, probably relate to Bella, it sounds like, you know. Because I'm sorry, that's like a twin flame story, and this seems like sort of like a twin flame dynamic. And even if it's not, you don't want to resonate with that title or anything, it's just like an intense connection where you're kind of stuck in this dynamic where you're chasing and they're running. Like it doesn't have to be called anything, but not that Bella was chasing, but she was obsessing, like for sure. And probably like the stuff that she goes through, you would probably relate to it a lot. But anyway, I don't know if that sounds like your connection and kind of like what's going on between you guys right now. Did we talk about your song, I Fall to Pieces? I mean, it's like, I fall to pieces every time I see you again. I fall to pieces. How can I be just your friend? And it's almost like you want me to act like we never kissed, or like, it's like almost like there was nothing between us. Like, I can't just pretend. How can you just kind of like go about your life here as if like we didn't have this special magic between us? Like, I feel like you're just like, what? Whatever. But it's just like, yeah, I feel like your person, they got this bear energy here. I feel like they need to kind of like have this time to like hibernate and be dealing, and this is an earth card too, so it's like I feel like they really need this time to sort of get themselves together. And I was saying in an earthly way, I was kind of picking that up. And like I was saying, I feel like you're in like a good spot in that way. So maybe like focusing more on the good things going on in your life. My mom was just telling me a story today. Like my mom was like obsessed with her weight. Like we're always like talking about, actually she's an Aquarius too, but she was just saying how she found out one of her friend's sisters has like cancer, and it's I think stage 4, and it's like sorry, I just heard my cat meow. Quinn, stage 4, and she only has like 5 years to live, and she's only like 50 years old. My mom is like 60 something, and she was just saying, like, she was like, you know what, I put my scale away, like, who cares, like, you know, like, I wake up every day and I can be like, I'm healthy and I'm this and that, like, so it's like kind of like that vibe where it's like you're lamenting the loss of this person or not being able to be with this person, and that's only natural. You miss them. It's real grief. I feel like you're a very smart, mentally sharp person here, so it's not like you're just like an idiot, like, and just like a slave to your emotions and you don't know any better. Like, you're probably beating yourself up in a way, like, oh, why am I, like, you know, so obsessed with this person? You know, maybe you kind of feel like it's not normal or it's weird or whatever, but it's like something inside of you that's like really pulling you towards this person, and they're pushing you away, which is very hurtful and frustrating. So it's like channel all that passion, like, I don't know, like into, is that what I was just saying? I don't even remember where I first started out. Okay, Quinn, what's the matter, honey? Come here. Why is he meowing like that? I'm so sorry. I just like completely lost what I was saying. But it's like they're pushing back, like you're pulling towards them. Wait, you feel a strong pull towards them, but they're pushing you away. You're a sharp tool here, like, you know, what you feel is real. But yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought with that, but I felt like it was a good one. But yeah, I don't know. Just like be grateful. Sometimes we have to look around our life and be like, you know what, my life is perfect right now. Like, and maybe it's not. Obviously, it seems like you're fighting with your friends and family and you got some other stuff, but it seems like your finances are going good or something like that. So it's like, you know, just, you can always like appreciate, like, you know, like you have 10 fingers and 10 toes, you have 2 arms and 2 legs. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you have a sharp mind here. Like, you know, you can kind of change things for yourself here. So I'm only saying this, I'm sorry if this is like unsolicited advice, but I guess you are watching my tarot channel, but I just feel like you're going through a rough time right now and I feel sad. But I don't know, let's see what your person is thinking about you. I mean, this reading might be rough. I'm kind of getting that they're going through it right now and are kind of purposely facing away from you, but let's get more into it. I mean, look, I just cut to the tower, like, I don't know. So like, what's going on here? What is Aquarius's person feeling towards Aquarius? We have the World card. We have the Moon on the bottom of the deck. So there's definitely, like, it's something that they're trying not to see right now. I feel like they chose to sort of end this. Maybe they were the one that walked away or whatever the case was here. That they are the ones that kind of facilitated the ending, whether by, like, saying, like, I don't want to do this, or I'm getting it might have been something like that where they might have said it, or it was, like, their actions that caused the ending. I already said that, but it was like them because, again, because of something related to, was I saying something about fixed energy I was getting? I don't know, but this is all the fixed signs on the World card. So it's like, I feel like they're very stubborn. Like they have to take care of their own business right now. Like I'm getting like an energy like that, but they are like, I'm not supposed to show nudity on YouTube. Hold on. Let me get something to cover it up. Let me just get a little crystal or something. But what was I just saying? Yeah, like it's like they're, look at this feather. All right, it's kind of beat up. All right, let me just put this back. We'll censor you. But all right, is the card in the right spot? There we go. But it's like they are like looking back is what I was saying. Like it's almost like goodbye. Like it's like, I don't think that they just don't care. I think it's just that like they feel very strongly, they have this like fixed mentality that like this is what they need to do right now for whatever reason. This is not staying. Okay, I'm gonna move this crystal. Oh my god. All right, sorry. Let me just like take a look at where like the cards are real quick and just like adjust a few things like that maybe. Okay. All right, so let's get one of these. How is Aquarius, this person feeling towards Aquarius right now? How is Aquarius, this person? Oh my God. Feeling, for the love of God, like this card does not want to stay. All right. How is Aquarius, this person feeling? thinking. What is Aquarius person thinking about Aquarius right now? Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. I feel like what I'm getting from this is that your person is just like double mission. It's just like they feel like they have so much to do, so many obstacles to overcome. It's like they just, and maybe they have other people that they're responsible for, whether they're like taking care of family or something, but it's like almost like they, let me just get one of these, but it's like almost like it's just like I have other things that I have to do, double mission. Like it's, or they have something that's like kind of like they have to like finish this degree, but they also have to pay their own bills. Like it's like a twofold kind of a thing here. What is Aquarius, this person thinking about Aquarius right now? Follow your soul. I feel like they are following their soul, and it's interesting because it's like almost seems like counterintuitive, like to you, because it's almost like, oh, you're not in touch with like your heart or your soul. You probably think that they're not, and maybe they're not in the way that you know, you wish they were. Okay, I don't know what is wrong with this. Their thoughts are all over the place, but it's like they really are doing what they feel is right for themselves, and they're very stubborn about it, and they're very sure that this is what they need to do. Maybe they wouldn't characterize it that way. I'm following my soul's call. But almost like I feel like they're something, whatever they're doing right now, it like is like for them to overcome this obstacle is going to help them grow in a way that like they need to, you know what I mean? It's like very important for their soul's journey. And again, even if they wouldn't say that, I was just saying this in my last reading, this could be something just that their higher self wants you to know, like, or spirit wants you to understand about them. Like it might feel like a betrayal of you, like, hey, this person doesn't, you know, how can I be just your friend? Like, but it's like they have important work to do. I mean, I don't know, maybe like you resonate with starseed stuff, and that would kind of fit here with this crow energy. And maybe that's what spirit wants you to know, is almost like you have your own soul mission here that you could be sort of like working towards, and maybe you feel like your soul mission is just to be with this person, and that could be a big part of it, and that could be what like kind of like helped bring you closer to like your own soul and like spirituality and things like that. But it's like I feel like I'm almost getting a sense like channeling, like even if you are, say, like getting signs, I feel like you're only trying, like construing them in the way that they have to do with this person. It's like this person's taking up so much of your headspace, like there's no room for anything else. Like even if your spirit guides were trying to come through, I feel like it's almost like you wouldn't hear what they were saying because you're so like congested or like something with like thoughts of this person. I don't know. It's kind of sad, because I feel like you really, really love them, and I feel like you're really, really in agony. But it's not something that's going to happen overnight where you're just going to, you know, kind of like be able to kind of like let go of this. But that's what this Ash card is about. It's about letting go. And I feel like you kind of like need to let go to find your own peace. Not like let go, like let go of ever the idea of ever being with them again, but let go of them maybe for the time being is like kind of, and I feel like doing that almost helps the dynamic shift in and of itself. But it takes time to learn to let go, especially if something that you feel so strongly about. So don't beat yourself up if you're not there yet. Just like allow yourself to like be in that energy, you know? I'm sorry, I feel like this isn't really about them. This is more about you, at least just right now. But I feel like it's really important to say that. Like, I just really wanted to say that. I felt very called. Like, it's letting go is not something, because most of the way this crow is like clutching that orb there, and I feel like you really can let go, and like you probably maybe want to, but it's like the more they push you away, the more tighter you cling on, or something like that. How is Aquarius, this person, feeling about Aquarius? The Chariot with the Eight of Cups. Again, it's like I feel like they're sort of like walking away from this. They feel, again, like just very strongly like this is where they need to like go right now. This is the direction that their life needs to go right now. And I think like it's definitely not something that's like, I don't think easy for them to do, but I feel like this could be having to do with their own self-worth here, with differences. Like, you turned me into a man, I'm so responsible, like me, whether they're a man or a woman. But it's like there's some issues that they need to solve, some obstacles to overcome, some responsibilities they need to tend to, and it's like they have to sort of like rise up in their power right now and face these things head on. What is Aquarius's person feeling towards Aquarius? The crumbling. What are you clinging on to? I feel like this is almost like a message for you guys. Like, look, birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. I feel like with your person, it's like they're just like wrapped up in their own stuff right now. And I feel like Spirit really wants you to see that, like, I don't know, just that there's like so much more, like waiting for you if you would be like open to seeing it or something like that, is kind of like the vibe that I'm getting. Like, why is this so like not centered at all? I should be like right here. All right, well, I don't know what I did when I set up this camera, but all right, you know what, we got the boobs out of the shot. What are you clinging on to? I mean, and the Chariot, I mean, looking at it like this, I mean, I feel like almost like this is your person and this is you right here. And it's like your person's like in search of like whatever, like, you know, they're doing. And it's like when you're clinging on to something, you could be like calling in something new, like not a new person, but birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. I feel like you're only able to dream about this person and you're only able to really like hope for this person. And it's very... I feel like it's taking up a lot of your energy here, and I think Spirit's really wanting to like tell you, like, if you could like let go, your hands would be free to like open up this new door and to have this new lease on life. And again, not like they're saying in a way like you need to do this, you need to rush and like feel bad about that you haven't been able to do it, but it's like just like maybe think like, what if I could kind of like get into like an energy, a more balanced energy, and sort of like let go of this for the time being, and, you know, kind of get my life back and focus on other things for now. Like, what could I do with all this like energy that I'm like kind of just giving to this person right now? What is Aquarius's person feeling about Aquarius? I'm just going to say it like that. Gemini energy. I mean, I feel like there's like sort of a split where I'm sure they do feel a certain pull towards you and have like a desire to communicate with you, but maybe they feel like that'll just like make things worse, so they're purposely like cutting themselves off right now. But yeah, with the Gemini energy, it's like a Mercury energy. It's like there's two sides to it, where it's like maybe, and even with the Chariot, we're kind of seeing that duality energy where it's like they do have good feelings towards you, but then it's like maybe, and they have like kind of like bad feelings towards you, which are probably a reflection of their own self and a reflection of where they're at right now in their own life. And even the bad feelings they have towards you. Remember how I was saying that I feel like you're sort of in like a better spot than them, like more ahead than them in life. So maybe they just, that's where the bad feelings are stemming from, whether they're aware or not, that like they're, projecting like their bad feelings about themselves onto you. It could be something like that. So it's like, again, like this ash energy is just kind of like covering the reading, and it's just a little bit of a darker reading, like a darker energy right now, but there's like beauty on the horizon. Like that's like kind of what I'm getting here. Like, where's this deck? Okay, so what are Aquarius's intentions towards Aquarius's person's intentions towards Aquarius right now? The Seven of Swords. I mean, I just don't think they're able to be authentically present with you in a relationship right now, so they're kind of trying to like sneak away, and maybe that was kind of how they ended things with you. It wasn't like a direct thing like, hey, blah blah blah, but they just kind of like snuck away from you or something like that. Let's see where Aquarius's intentions play. Have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. I mean, that could just sort of be like a euphemism, like they don't want to commit to anything right now because they're like too busy working on themselves. But I am noticing this champagne glass here, and with this frog energy, maybe that's something. Maybe they had like a drinking problem and they kind of told them, I was like, oh, I'm just like kind of having fun until like, you know, blah blah, I get into this program, I get this job, I get, I don't know, like whatever happens, like until I like make some real money, like if they came into some money or something. And it's like they're kind of just like doing the same things. I feel like they're sort of, again, feeling bad about themselves in a way. They're like disappointed in themselves, and like it's like they thought things would be different, but it's like the same issues are kind of cropping up for them, and they're kind of having trouble, and they don't understand. And I feel like they're kind of like beating themselves up for it, but they want to figure out how to end it. The way this frog is like looking at this full moon, it's like an energy of like their dreams coming true. And it's almost like, I feel like it's almost like you let me down, like you, like almost like my dream came true and I'm not even happy. Like it's almost kind of like, hey, like kind of an energy like that. But again, like I don't really, no offense, see you anywhere in their intentions, because their intentions are kind of just to like figure out, I don't know. I feel like it's either their intentions are like to like figure out how to like better their own life, or their intentions are just to like, I feel like they might regress back. Even if they have had some good luck and they were sort of like growing as a person, I feel like they're going to backslide. And again, like even if like you guys were together, maybe you feel like you could help them because you're ahead or something, like you have more knowledge than they do or something, but it's almost like I think they have to do this on their own. They don't really want your help, or anyone's help really. And I'm sorry, that sounded harsh the way I said it. They don't want your help, but it's almost like it would be like insulting for them to take your help. Like they would feel like a loser. Like, you know what I mean? Not like they don't actually want your help. Like, I don't want your help, like in a condescending way. They might have that attitude towards you, but again, it's almost like really like they're the ones that feel like lower than you. Like, you know, because from condescending, it's like from above, like you're looking down on somebody, and maybe they do have that mentality, but it's like they're lying to themselves, you know? It's like really them that feels like inferior to you. Toxic thoughts. Yeah, it's like whatever intentions they have towards you, I mean, I feel like maybe like are changing and blah blah blah, but it's like their thoughts are very toxic. Like they're in a sort of toxic energy, again, distorted energy, where I don't think they're looking at you clearly. They're not seeing you clearly, and like the goodness that you bring to the table here, like they're only seeing like things through the lens of their toxic thoughts right now. So it's like maybe best that they're kind of like separated from you as much as they are right now, because I don't think anything good would sort of like come out of any conversations you might have right now. What are their next actions going to be? Oh, okay. That was two. It was Temperance, the Emperor, the Devil. I mean, I feel like that's kind of like three major things. I mean, they're going to try to overcome their addiction, get their life under control, moderate maybe their drinking or whatever they're doing. Again, this is more about their own life, get like control of themselves with the Magician. What is, okay, the Sun and the Ten of Cups. I mean, this is what are their next actions towards you, but I don't know. I mean, maybe it's like they can see this in the future or something like that, but it's like I saw the Seven of Pentacles on the bottom. They know it's not now. What are Aquarius, this person's next actions going to be towards Aquarius? Okay. Ten of Cups. Well, that's cute. And then we have the Nine of Cups here, but it's like their next actions. Well, let's just get the rest of the cards and see what it is. But what are Aquarius's person's next actions towards Aquarius? We have Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. And I'm just going to get my one from the bag. What are Aquarius, this person's next actions towards Aquarius? Black Cat. I feel like the Black Cat is like, I feel like it's almost like they're hoping for like a miracle or something. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like they want this. Like, they want this happy ending. And I feel like if you feel like this pull towards them, they, I'm sure, feel it towards you. And again, I do feel like it's manifesting in like a way. I feel like this is almost like Spirit wants you to know. Like, this is like your spirit guides coming through. Like, you can sense the magic, like you can sort of like you're seeing this happy ending or whatever, but it's like something with the Black Cat, like 9 lives. I'm getting like it's going to take a lot longer than you think, and I think Spirit just wants you to know that like it's very, but you're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So I don't know. And then there's this whole like Keepers of the Earth. I think your ancestors really want you to get grounded and like focus on yourself. And have some fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. I really feel like all these cards were sort of like advice cards for you, and I feel like you and your person are mirroring in a way, because it's like even though things might be going good for you in other ways, in the ways that they're not for this person. You're both stuck in sort of like a toxic thought pattern where you're sort of just like, you're obsessing about them, they're obsessing about, I don't know, their career. Let's just like use that. So we have to go through all the examples every time, but like, you are sort of mirroring each other where you're both kind of stuck in like a very negative, dark energy here, but it's like, you're both like so focused. It's weird. You have like the same stance. Like, you know what I mean? It's like both of these cards are like, their claws are like this, or paws, whatever you call frogs' feet, I don't know, but it's like they're facing that way, like if wait, you know, whatever, like laser focus, and just like, I don't know, it's like kind of odd to me, but it's like, again, it's not really a mirror image, because then the it's like a distorted mirror, backwards mirror, I don't know, but like there is like mirroring going on here, like for sure, like opposite mirror, I don't even know what you would call it, because it's like highlighting like opposites within you guys, but it's really like almost the same at the same time. It's like, it is there's that commonality where it's like you both have toxic thoughts, like you both feel like it's going to take a long time and a lot of work to reach your individual goals. Like for you, I mean, if it's to be with this person, I mean, like if that you're going to say that's your goal or whatever, I mean, I feel like the only way to do that is to sort of learn how to let go of this and like, you know, sort of control yourself and sort of get into a good, happy, and find that emotional fulfillment within yourself, and, you know, learn patience and learn hard work and consistency and things like that, as far as like self-love and like learning about things like that. So I don't know, like, and with your person, like apply the same principles for their career, kind of a thing. So, all right, let's get some messages from them. And again, this could be stuff that like they would want to say to you, or these could be sort of like things that spirit, like their higher self kind of wants you to know, or like spirit wants you to know, or whatever. Let's see how it comes through though. So what are the messages that Aquarius, this person, what would they most want to say to Aquarius right now? What would Aquarius, this person, most want to convey to Aquarius right now? I never decided to trust you and love you. One day I just realized you snuck in there somehow. Again, with this like sneak energy with the Seven of Swords, it's like, again, I feel like if they would have like been doing a plan for their life, like meet the love of my life, like wouldn't have been on that plan for like maybe like 10 years from now. Like, you know what I mean? Not that I'm saying it's going to maybe take that long, but I feel like this wasn't in their plans, and you know what I mean? And just like when you met them, maybe you sort of like saw like what was like the specialness of like the connection between you, and maybe they did too, and but they had like an adverse reaction. Is that how you say that word? And it's sad because it's like you both recognized it, and I feel like, you know, maybe it was like sad for you because it's like they don't see the value of like having a connection like this, you know what I mean? Like of all it can bring to your life, like, and it's like all you want, like, you know what I mean? And it's like difficult because it's not like they don't see it, but it's just like they see it and they think that it's not the right time for them right now or something like that, and it's a very frustrating place to be in. Sometimes the path to you is straightforward, and sometimes it's a complicated mess, and I just feel like that's more speaking about their own path. And maybe you would say the same thing. Sometimes you feel very clear, like this is my person, and sometimes maybe you feel like you're crazy, or whatever it is. But I think this is Spirit's way of saying like this path isn't just like, oh, like gonna be easy overnight kind of a thing. It's gonna be messy, it's gonna be complicated, it's gonna take time, it's gonna take a willingness to sort of like, you know, get to know like yourself and be triggered and like, you know, heal certain wounds that you've always had, and them too, but probably in different opposite ways. What would Aquarius, this person, most want to communicate to Aquarius right now? Oh, if this card comes out one more time, you have the best taste in music. So if you're getting like messages from songs and things like that, I would like listen to them and pay attention to them, or they just like really like your music. I'll never not forgive you. So if you're feeling like, oh, it's like really definitively ended between you guys or something, maybe you kind of like lashed out on them, or like felt like you got too emotional or something like that, and then they pushed you away. Like, I don't think it's anything permanent. I don't think, if it's really your true love, like you're not going to be able, like what's real can't really die. Like, you know what I mean? Like it can maybe go into hibernation. We have that bear energy. I feel like it is definitely a hibernation period for this connection, but that does not mean it's over, like, you know, forever. And I think this person does have a soft spot for you. I can't wait to make this all up to you one day. And maybe they do have dreams of that, like, I'm so responsible, like that whole song, My Whole Life Has Changed Since You Came In. Maybe that's how they'll feel like one day. But again, this is like you sort of like seeing into the future and thinking that it's like, it's supposed to be happening now. And then maybe trying to like get this person to understand that, and they don't. And then like you thinking that there's something wrong with you, but it's like you're just not understanding maybe that it's like you're on a, what's in that song, The Worst by Janae, when it's like I keep be forgetting you live in a different time zone kind of a thing. Like it's almost like they're 3 hours behind you or something, you know. You have such a healing presence, and I'm sure they do to you as well. Like, you know what I mean? I'm sure it feels very nice and healing when, you know, you guys are together and things like that, but it's just not lining up yet. You're such an interesting person. I feel so guilty. You make me want to be better. And you keep such a nice home. So maybe it's something to do like that, where like you have a nice house and you're established. You're just like more established than them. And it's like they want to like be on that level too. Or it might not even be coming through that way for them. It could just be that they're feeling inferior, so they're pushing you away. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think this is the real reason why. They may not be aware of it. I don't know what their level of awareness is right now. I feel like if anything, I try to keep my head up. Feels like it just keeps getting wetter. Like that whole like keep your head up song. Like maybe they're just like kind of stuck in like a bad cycle, but I am getting a very heavy energy from them. And then what was on the bottom of the deck? I've dreamt about you. So it's like, that's probably, you're having dreams, like you feel such a pull towards them. They probably feel it too, but you know, it's just maybe easier for them to dismiss it, maybe because they're actively trying to focus on other things. So all right, guys, I think we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I wouldn't say enjoy, because I know it was like a little rough, but hopefully you got something out of it that could help you through this like painful process here. And I will catch you guys in the next one. And if you did want to show me some love, please like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. Okay, guys? Bye.